Well, we are about a $50 cab ride away from Midtown Manhattan at MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford. Today, it's the opener of a new NFL season, as it'll be the Pittsburgh Steelers taking on the New York Jets.
Chris Boswell to kick off for Pittsburgh.
On to get us started now, the kicker, Chris Boswell. And we are underway from MetLife Stadium. And that is over the back line of the end zone. It's a touchback, and they'll bring this out to the 30. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Ready, set, go! Ready.
Now Hall to start the drive. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. Second down coming up.
He's tackled at the 40-yard line.
If you're a coach, you'll absolutely take that run every time on first down because it really sets you up to go in a number of directions here on second.
Ball at the 40 here for 2nd and 5.
Come on, set! 7 Pirates, 7 Pirates! Go!
Hall again. And slow going there as he'll only get a yard, maybe, up to the 41.
A gain of 2 on the play. Brings up 3rd and 4.
And they'll look to avoid an early 3 and out here on 3rd and 4.
Let's go now. 18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal. Go! Ready.
Throwing, Cook. And that will be incomplete.
Pass.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a 4th down. Well done.
So on 4th down, Austin McNamara comes on to punt. Here's Jackson to return. A 7-yard return following a punt of 45 yards. And the Steelers will go on offense here, 1st and 10. Looking to put a drive together.
Set. 60.
They run here with Rico Dowdle. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on 1st down.
It's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stuff that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. Back to throw here. Oh, he had a man open. He overshot him. It's incomplete.
Oh, that's one as a quarterback where you put both hands on your helmet and say, I can't believe I just did that. If he puts a little more touch on that ball, the receiver's still running. Instead, it's just an incomplete pass.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And mark him down way up close to the 40 at the 39. A big play there as they get the conversion on 3rd and 13.
1st down. A gain of 21 yards. And a Steeler 1st down.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
Ready. Bronco 80.
They'll look to throw here. It's caught inside the 25. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. A great effort there. His first NFL reception goes for 6. And the Steelers are on the board here first in the season opener.
7. Jets, nothing. Chris Boswell to kick off for Pittsburgh.
Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 35-yard line.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession. They were forced to punt on their initial drive of the new season. Now they're ready to go as they begin again with a 1st and 10. That's complete. It's Adonai Mitchell. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. That'll go as a pickup of 32 on the catch and run.
That's good.
It's got to feel good to hit on one of these in the first quarter of a brand new season. They're hoping this duo can really make some noise this year, and this is a great start. A big play here early in the ball game.
Now Cook. Oh, that's into double coverage and intercepted. Picked off by Patrick Queen. And the Steelers are going to get the football here as he gets this up past the 20-yard line. When the rookie QB gets his first touchdown pass, that's one you put in the trophy case. First career interception, that's going to be one he wants to forget.
Yeah, and he's not going to go ask for the football, right? Yeah, you can keep that one. The key for him, what does he learn from it? When he watches the tape, does he have an answer right now where he already understands what mistake he made? That's what the coaches are going to want to know, and that's what they'll grill him on and see how he grows from it.
Maybe a little over-anxious in the pocket there. He just didn't look comfortable on that throw.
No, he didn't, because it wasn't his normal fluid delivery. And I think you might have had it right. Wasn't really confident with what he saw downfield and almost felt like he wanted to pull that one back.
They run here with Dowdle. And not much doing there, maybe a yard up to the 23. They'll see about converting this 3rd and 8.
A 2-yard gain on the play. And it's 3rd down.
And they'll send the tight end in motion here. Out of the gun now on 3rd down. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And they finally do get him, but not before he reaches the 27. A big play that time for Pittsburgh. And even 50 yards.
First down. A gain of 50 yards. First down, Pittsburgh.
So in Jet territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 27.
70, Warriors, 70. Ready.
Now back to throw. And he'll get it right back to Washington. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. A gain of 8 there on the play. And that'll bring up a 2nd down and just a couple.
Set. Viking 18.
They'll look to throw. He'll get this to his running back, Dowdle. And he is going to lose yardage here. So they'll wind up losing 5 yards on the play. 3rd and 7 now.
Well, that wasn't exactly a thing of beauty. I know they completed the pass, but look at the yardage lost. I mean, who does that make happy?
That's why I don't play in PPR points per reception fantasy leagues right there.
You'd be really
You don't deserve
upset,
anything
right?
for that.
But you get credit for it? Is that how that works?
Yeah.
Well, I know whoever has this team's defense, they were happy about that play.
And he'll be touchdown here, but not before he does pick up the first. A nice throw there by the young rookie from Penn State, and it's a 1st down.
At the 7-yard line.
Set. 19 Lion. 70 Lion. Check go.
To the right side and complete to Washington. And he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown.
Touchdown, Steelers.
Darnell Washington from 6 yards away. And the Steelers lead this now 13-0 here in the opening quarter of the ball game.
Jets, nothing. Chris Boswell to kick off.
Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. And he won't quite make it to the 25.
1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession. They've been outplayed early, no question. Down 14-0 already as they come up 1st and 10. He's going to let it go deep for Mitchell. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. Credit on that one defensively goes to Asante Samuel Jr.
on the coverage.
Second and 10.
Panther 11, Panther 11. 79 Bronco. Hut, hut.
Back to throw. Cook. This throw nearly intercepted. Oh, the big D lineman almost had it. But third down coming up.
Well, nearly another interception there. That would have been 2 drives in a row with a pick. He's got to start taking care of the ball way better than what we're seeing.
Interestingly, that throw was probably worse than the one he threw the interception on last drive, but fell incomplete. And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free, and it brings up 4th down. Here's Austin McNamara now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. It's a 39-yard punt, 3 on the return, and they will take over 1st and 10. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive.
Let's go.
So for this offense, Charles, remember drive 1 made it to the end zone. Drive 2 resulted in a touchdown as well. Now they'll try to make it 3 for 3.
Yeah, and you know, they told us all week that this was the plan and this is what they wanted to execute. But did they really believe it would happen this well, this efficiently? I know they'll take it. And afterwards, they'll say, there was never a doubt in our minds we were going to be successful in this one.
Dragon, let's go now.
And the slot man goes in motion left. He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down. Got his man, it's Warren. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down.
21 yards.
A gain there of 21 yards.
First down.
So many times in my career, I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. But as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
On the run, it's Dowdle. The 20. 5. And he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown. Rico Dowdle. 41 yards. And the Steelers are looking good here in the season opener as they're able to extend their lead.
The kick is
Extra
good.
point put through by Boswell. And that makes the score 21-0. 21-0 our score after 1.
Chris Boswell to kick off for Pittsburgh.
Boswell on now to kick this one away. And that one not returnable, not by a long stretch, over the back line of the end zone, so that's going to be spotted up at the 35-yard line. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. Well, CD, you kind of feel like they're in a bit of a danger zone right here because now you're down 3 scores, and I know we're in the first half, but the way this offense hasn't been able to generate anything, you feel like they probably need to get something going on this drive, right?
Yeah, and sometimes I overuse that this is an important possession, but I think this has to be the possession where they come up with an answer because
still going inside the 20. And he brings this one back. It's a pick 6 for a Steeler touchdown. Boswell for the extra point.
Chris Boswell on for the point after.
It's good, and they stretch their lead to 28-0 now.
The score, Steelers 28, Jets nothing. Chris Boswell to kick off for Pittsburgh.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And he'll be out of bounds across the 25.
At their own 28-yard line.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession. Now remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick six, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go-around.
And sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick six and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines dwelling for it for very long. You're not hearing everyone say, oh, hey, you'll get them next time. Hey, don't worry about it. All that stuff just goes right out the window. You're right back out on the field with a chance to atone.
Here we go.
Looking to throw on second down. Cook. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here. He throws it away, and now it's third.
I tell you, Brandon, this defense is playing with some confidence. Haven't allowed a point yet. Flying to the football. I'm telling you, it's almost 11 to the ball on every snap. Another nice job there to force an incompletion.
He's going to get that to his running back out of the backfield. And he is going to have a Jets first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
Now, that's the kind of big play you'd like to see. This first half, it hasn't gone their way, and they could use a shot in the arm, something to perk them up a bit. And they get one here in the passing game.
Chop 60, chop 60. Ready, ready.
Now a play fake here on first down. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away, incomplete. Now that'll bring up second down.
I would say it'd probably be a good idea for him to reintroduce himself to his receivers at the half because they're definitely on different wavelengths. But I also don't advocate waiting that long. Next series before you get out there. Hey, let's get together, guys. Let's get this thing moving.
Now it's 2nd and 10.
Come 19, come 19. Let's hunt.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Going up top. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's third down.
As we've seen, their first two drives didn't yield anything points-wise. Certainly feels like they think to themselves, it's time to open this thing up, taking the big shot downfield.
The Jets on third down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. Off play action. Cook. Oh, had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going.
One thing you hope to see out of a rookie tight end is a real concentration when the ball's in the air, and I'm not sure that he didn't. But he has to be prepared for people making a play on it when that ball's up for grabs.
Not good at all. Punt him just 24 yards there. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over.
At their own 22-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. Right now, everything they touch turns to gold. This is their 4th possession. Touchdowns on their first 3 possessions. I mean, this defense, they can't seem to stop them. It's like they're on skates.
Great analogy, Brandon, because they are pushing them back and winning everything at the line of scrimmage. And they've just been laying down tracks towards the opposite end zone. So to themselves, all they're saying is, if we don't make a mistake, there's no way they can stop us.
18, Rattler, 18, go! Mustang 9, 7 Pirates, go!
Here's a 2nd and 7. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. He'll drop to throw. He's got his target. That's complete. And he will have a Steelers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Well, things are definitely going right for them here in the first half. Pick a down, any down, even third down, no problem. They get a connection there and pick up a fresh set of downs, continuing to move the ball.
Now run straight ahead with Warren. On a determined run there as he's going to take this all the way down near the 40. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards.
Partner, if you want more carries, I think we saw how you get them. Showed that he's got the fresh legs, and he picked up the first down on that run. Don't just ask for them. Show them that you're supposed to get the football.
Cowboy 80. Ready.
On first down, he'll drop to throw. Oh, a poor throw there, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Minkah Fitzpatrick. And the Jets are going to get the football here as he gets this up to the 38-yard line. That's not one that he's going to want to remember, but he had to get it out of the way at some point, his first career interception.
And if he's the guy that they think he is, he's not laughing it off, but he's also not going to let it affect him as the game proceeds. He's going to go back out there, still be the same confident kid, the reason that they drafted him, and go out and play.
And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. It'll go as a gain of 4, and it'll be second down.
Bronco.
Operating from the gun, Cook. The throw here right sideline falls incomplete.
All right, help me out here a little bit, partner, because what I'm seeing is a passing game that's just struggled to complete anything. No rhythm, no timing. Seems like every pass is also contested well, so give some credit to the defense.
70 Ranger, 70, 18 Cardinal.
On third down, he'll drop to throw. And that one too wide and incomplete.
Not many boos just yet from this home crowd, but they may be starting soon as I'm starting to detect an uneasy murmur through this crowd. This offense, they've been lifeless in this first half. And now here's another punting situation and a fourth down.
Here's Jackson. It's a 39-yard punt, 8 on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. Not an ideal way to end their previous drive. They threw the interception, Charles, after they had built up some momentum. They were moving the football, but something to at least build on for this offense as they run back out here.
Yeah, you're right about that. Up until that last play, everything was working pretty well for this offense, gaining chunks of yardage, getting first downs, really making a push for the end zone, and looked like they had a nice rhythm going. Now you got to have a short memory here. Don't focus on the interception. Focus on what came before it and get back to it.
Here we go. Hurt. 19 Tiger. 19 Tiger. Ready. Cougar 19.
Second and 9 now. Now throw right side here, going to be incomplete.
And a smart play there. He's probably saying, I wish I would have done that on the last drive instead of throwing the interception.
After an incomplete pass on second down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9.
Panther 60. Panther 60. Ready.
Back to throw. That is caught and past the 40 before he's out of bounds. Rookie to rookie on the hook up there, and it's a first down.
Let's just call it what it is. This has been a flat-out struggle for this defense all game long. They've really had a hard time slowing them down. And while I'm not big on speeches and guys jumping up and down, they might need their team leader on defense to get in their face right now and light a fire under these guys. They've got to start playing better assignment football and start getting guys on the ground.
Man open downfield, it's Metcalf. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. DK Metcalf, 58 yards. And the Steelers are able to add on to their first half lead. Boswell good with the extra point. And the route is on here in this first half.
Chris Boswell to kick off for Pittsburgh.
Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 35-yard line.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. See if they can put this drive in the end zone, Charles, because it's been a little bit of a rough go at times. They've had to punt the football a ton in this ball game because of stalled out drives.
So are you saying that you're kind of tired of seeing the punter run out there and do his thing during this game? Is that what you're trying to say?
Well, I mean, I'm okay with it. I have a feeling that this offense, they don't want to see the punter again.
And frankly, the punter doesn't want to run out there anymore himself. He would love to see his offense put together a drive and give his leg a rest.
18 Rattler, 18 Rattler. Go.
On 2nd and 10, Cook. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Well, after incompletions on 1st and 2nd down, it certainly seems like a reflection of what we've seen so far in this game. The defense, quicker to the punch so far. Let's see if they can get something going here on 3rd down.
These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down.
60 Bison, 60, ready.
Looking to throw. Cook. And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. Picked off by Ashton Davis. And the return this time will go out to the 42-yard line.
At the 42.
So his struggle is just continuing here in the first half, throwing the football, Charles. Now 3 interceptions.
And they don't feel like they're just great plays by the defense. There's a sense that maybe he's a little careless with the football now. So some of the great coaches in the past, you know, they've always said, I can't teach you, obviously, because you're not listening. So maybe the bench can teach you. He's got to be careful.
And this is taken in at the 5. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line.
That's good.
Well, he looked his way quite a bit in this first half, and with good reason. You can see it there. He is such a handful defensively, just too hard to keep him under wraps, and delivers a big play here for this offense.
Let's go now. Ready.
And he'll get this one back to the 5-yard line, but no further than that. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on 1st down.
And that's what I'd like to see out of this defense, a little fire, a little toughness. It hasn't been the best first half for them, but they did do a nice job there, forcing a loss on that play.
Come on, set. 19, hut. Ready.
The first carry now. This is Johnson. The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play.
Were you as surprised as I was that they actually ran it on 2nd down there? I thought that they would go ahead and throw it in every situation here.
Yeah, they've thrown for 3 touchdown passes. Now here, I think they probably go back to the air.
Yeah, I think so, but ordinarily, 2nd down is when you run your play fake, your play action.
Touchdown! Darnell Washington. Already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Steelers will extend their lead in the final minute of the half. Now, the PAT would extend their lead, but there is a flag on the play. And that flag accepted.
Chris Boswell to kick off for Pittsburgh.
After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. And he's going to be out of bounds across the 50. Great return.
Partner, when I was in college, we used to have these things called game maxims that we did before every game. One of them said, press the kicking game. For here's where the breaks are made. It's the area of hidden yardage. How about that return? Flipping the field, taking it past the 50, and getting things set up to start the series.
Try to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half.
Boy, Charles, you hate to see this for a rookie quarterback. You're hoping it doesn't shake his confidence, but that confidence, it might be shaken because that is 4 interceptions for him now in this ball game.
It has to be shaken. Wouldn't be human if you weren't. Doesn't matter whether you're a rookie or a veteran. 4 interceptions? You're not sure what you're doing out there. So to me as a coaching staff, I would think very hard about getting him out and trying it again another day.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive.
And with decent starting field position, there may be only a couple completions away from field goal range.
And that is incomplete. So 17 seconds now on the clock here.
Incomplete.
Well, after watching him ring the bell that many times and put the ball in the end zone throwing it, you had to figure they had to bring some type of pressure. They had to change things up on defense.
And able to get to him, put him on the ground, so maybe just something to throw him off a little bit.
Yeah, that had to feel a lot better for the defensive guys. They've been getting carved up in this one. To finally knock him on the ground and force an incompletion, that's got to be a sigh of relief.
And that will be incomplete with a clock down now to 13 seconds.
Oftentimes when you're losing a game and the team's still throwing with this kind of a lead, you start playing a little more physically. And they took that opportunity right there to be extremely physical and force that incompletion.
18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal, curve 19, curve 19. Go.
They'll drop to throw. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up fourth down. The Steelers send out their punter now, as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket.
The Jets take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
Cook, a final shot before break. And his throw here's incomplete. That's it for the first half. 2 more quarters to go. We'll have plenty more to see after the break.
Cade York to kick off.
We'll see if week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half.
And that is over the back line of the end zone. It's a touchback, and they'll bring this out to the 35-yard line.
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive.
Set up. Set go.
They'll start on the ground here on first down. Trying to turn the corner, but he's going to be stopped right near the line of scrimmage.
Dane Belton
on the tackle. It was Dane Belton.
1-yard gain.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there of holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
60 Bison, 60 Bison. Viking 18.
Watch twins.
They'll set up to throw. That's complete. Bernard. And he'll go out of bounds. It appears right at the 45.
It's a gain of 9.
So the completion results there in 9 yards. And that's going to make it 3rd down and less than a yard.
Come on. Set. 7, 19, Tiger, 19, Tiger. 7 Pirates, 7 Pirates. Ready.
He is going nowhere as he is enveloped behind the line. Tough sledding. They lose a yard there on 3rd. And how about this one now? In their own territory, a gutsy call. They're going to go for this on 4th and a yard.
70 Timberwolves.
They're indeed going for it as they look to throw. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he's got the first down yardage there as he takes it just across midfield. A big roll of the dice on 4th and 1, but it pays off. They convert.
And a Steeler first down.
Ready, ready. Hawk 70, Hawk 70.
In motion goes the tight end.
Ready.
A running play. It's Dowdle. And he edges forward, but only gets a pair of yards out of it. It's 2nd down.
He was tackled at
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
Second and 7.
Set. Cowboy 80. Hunt.
They run again with Dowdle. And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. 56 yards on the ground for him now on 9 carries.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they went 3 and out.
37-yard line.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Here we go. Set. Go.
On the give, it's Warren. A good run there on 1st down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense get a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. From the 29, here's 2nd and 2.
Here we go. Here we go. Coconut. Hunt, hunt.
A quick throw complete to Washington. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a 1st down.
A gain of 3 yards.
When an offense reads blitz, doesn't matter where it's coming from, tight ends know that they become a big part of the passing game because they should be an easy outlet when all those extra bodies are trying to get to the quarterback. A hot route, so to speak.
Bronco 80. Ready, ready.
And they'll let the quarterback keep it here on 1st and 10. And he'll protect himself at the end here as he winds up getting pretty decent yardage. It'll be a pickup of 5 on the keeper. It's 2nd down.
Oh, man, that wasn't far from breaking in a big way into the secondary. Read option, quarterback kept it, and while he didn't get a 1st down, he did get a nice chunk of yardage. Only a nice tackle prevented it from maybe going all the way.
A quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete.
Receiver coaches preach to their guys all the time. Separation, that's what's going to make the play successful. That time there was very little, and I think they were actually fortunate that it was only knocked away and not intercepted.
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass.
Ready. 60 Eagle. 60 Eagle.
From the gun, he'll hand this off. No gain there on the play, and that's going to leave them with a 4th down.
Well, we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot. He had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
Well, they picked up right where they left off in the first half. First drive after the break, they come away with 3 and increase that lead.
Yeah, and you just want to keep building on that lead, don't you? Whether it's 6 points or 3 points, take everything you can get, keep maneuvering, keep adding to it, keep making it difficult for them to come back.
And running with power here. And he'll be stopped up at the 25.
At their own 25-yard line.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. Throwing, Cook. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
And those two just haven't been in sync thus far. They've done a nice job against him, but still, with his talent, you would expect them to have more completions to him in this game.
2nd and 10, third quarter of the season opener. Operating from the gun, Cook. This pass out wide to Hall. And he's upended at the 33 following a good pickup of 8.
That's a gain
A
of
nice
8.
throw right
Brings up
there, and
3rd
these fans
and
getting
2.
their first look at their QB1 of the future. And I'd imagine it's got to be a big plus for him to get his first start here in front of that home crowd.
I know there's a school of thought about getting your first start away from home so you don't have the extra pressure of that crowd behind you. But I say ride the wave, embrace it. Go ahead and play to that level, and I think it's going to benefit him in the long run.
1st and 10 at the 38-yard line.
Now Cook. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. He's going to be out of bounds on what's going to wind up being the final play of quarter number 3. Back now here at MetLife Stadium. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the 4th quarter. A very one-sided affair. From the 46, here's 2nd and a couple. Straight ahead is Hall. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage.
The tackle made at the 47-yard
This is what happens sometimes
line.
when you abandon the running game. It's hard to get back to it because once guys get out of that mentality of firing out and hitting people, hard to get them started again occasionally.
The offense on 3rd down, lacking much success, just 2 for 7 to this point. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. He dumps this one off here to Hall. And he'll maybe get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th. 4th down, trailing in the 4th quarter. They felt compelled to go for it, and they got it.
Well, I'd look down at my play sheet, and what I would find, plays that have been successful throughout the game that have worked in the distance you need, and that's exactly what they got done.
Warrior 70.
Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it. Now he's going to step up and run. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
Here's 2nd and 10.
Buffalo 18. Here we go. Here we go. Hunt. Crash.
Again, he'll drop to throw. And check down, complete to Hall. And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. They'll run with Hall. Yeah, this is not going to be enough. Was in search of 2 yards and only got halfway there.
Well, they picked up a portion of it, but not all that they needed. Now that leads to a decision on 4th and 1. Let's see what they decide to do.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it.
70 line. Take go.
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And he's in. Touchdown, Jets. Breece Hall, 27 yards. And the Jets are finally on the board here in the fourth quarter. Extra point by York is up and good. As they make the score just a slight bit more respectable here in the final quarter of play. York ready, and here we go as he sends this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
At their own 35-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. You just kind of feel for the defense right now. This deficit, they have not been able to stop them the entire game, Charles. And some hands on hips, some long faces out there on the defensive side. They're like, oh, my gosh, we got to face these guys again here.
Yeah, people don't understand how hard it is when you're on the side that's being dominated to keep your head up and continue to play hard. And that's what they're going through right now, trying to find that pride inside of them to allow them to continue to fight, even though they are down huge in this game.
They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And they get him behind the line, so that short gain on first down quickly negated. It's a loss of 4. Now third down. This defense starting to buckle down when they need to, and right now they're winning this fourth quarter, losing the game, but they're winning in the fourth quarter.
And what a fine line it is about what they're trying to get done, because they're down, so they obviously need the football, need a score, but they can't be so aggressive as to give up their edge, their gaps, and have the offense hit them with a big play.
3rd and 12. A handoff for Warren.
And he can only manage to take this thing to the 38, well shy of the first down. It's a gain of 5, but it'll lead to a 4th down.
Well, the guys who are paid to make the tackles deserve some kudos there, but I think they deserve even bigger ones, because in that situation, they had to be thinking pass. Loosened up defense, going to pass coverage. Instead, maybe they surprised them a little bit running the ball, yet they rallied to it and stopped them well short of a first down.
Yeah, he was looking for the checkout bounce, didn't get it. That scoots all the way into the end zone now for a touchback. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And whatever promise they showed in the preseason has not translated into week 1, because they have not been particularly competitive here at home, no less. So these fans just kind of beside themselves right now. A big play on the catch and run, covering 34 yards.
You get a rookie tight end who can run like this, it just gives this offense a different dimension than they've had. It's going to be fun to watch his development and how this offense expands as this season moves along.
Looking for his tight end on the corner. It's complete. And 2 big plays right in succession as this one goes for 27. Offense for them has been at a premium. You wonder where plays like that have been all game long.
They're thinking the exact same thing themselves, but they're also looking forward now, because now these plays are really for next week, trying to get some momentum going.
Back to throw now on first down. Firing quickly here, and that's complete.
And the Jets are going to be set up with a 1st and goal coming up as they get him down at the 6-yard line.
1st and goal at the 6-yard line.
So it's Jets football as we get you reset here. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So 3 plays, already 1st and goal, and they are wasting little time. And this is caught. Well, they get one back, picking up the late touchdown here, but still down big.
This opening game has certainly not gone their way to this point, but, yeah, that touchdown, maybe a glimmer of hope for the long season ahead.
And no one in this league likes to talk about moral victories. No one likes to really just say, okay, well, maybe something went right. But you're exactly right about that. A little glimmer there. Maybe they can carry it over moving forward.
Extra point by York is up and good. As they make the score just a slight bit more respectable here in the final quarter of play. York ready, and here we go as he sends this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 35-yard line.
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. And this has been quite a performance to kick off the new year on the road, no less, as they try to finish things off here in the fourth quarter.
Warren,
looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it.
No gain on the play.
Jamie and Sherwood there to make the stop.
At the 35-yard
As usual, the
line.
hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
Okay,
So
ready?
after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
Let's go. Cougar, ready?
On the run, it's Warren. And he's got it up over the 40 to the 41. Call it a gain of 5 that time, and they'll be left with a 3rd and about 4.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
Here is 3rd down and 4.
Set. 70 Lion. Set up.
They're going to look to throw. He had a man open, but he missed him, and it's incomplete. But their passing attack, even though that one was incomplete, has been really sharp in this one. It's resulted in a lot of touchdowns, and it looks like they're not going to stop throwing the football until the very end of this one.
Well, that will certainly make everyone involved on offense pretty happy because that gives them all a chance to pad their stats a bit. But as far as the actual need, you and I both know they can just run this clock out because this one, it was over a long time ago.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. But we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go in the football game.
Got it. Ready?
So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. Wide open receiver complete. And somewhat of a measure of revenge as he's in for the touchdown, but they still trail big time.
He'll take it, but he won't be able to smile about it.
York now for the extra point. And the lead is down to 24.
Makes the score Steelers 45, Jets 21. Cade York to kick
York
off.
ready, and here we go as he sends this one away. And that one not returnable. It's over the back line to the end zone, so that's going to be spotted up at the 30-yard line.
Ready? 60 Eagle. 60 Eagle. Ready?
The defense can stop it twice more as they take a knee here. Well, CD, always a little extra excitement for Week 1, and one of our early window games here in Week 1 on a Sunday comes to a close. Good to be back in the booth with you, my friend.
And it's good to be back in the booth with you as well. And we know that not everyone's going to start the season 1-0, right? Half the league is going to have a loss on their record, but everyone's going to have to build off of that opener. And how many coaches tell us every single year, you make your most progress between Week 1 and Week 2. We'll see how both of these teams progress the rest of this season.
So for the Steelers, hey, you get a win, you get it on the road. You can't ask for much more than that to start the year. And they will head back home next week.
Meanwhile, for the Jets, they go down to defeat here in the opener. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew here,